Hey guys, just wanted to give you a little bit of insight on how to do operations with scientific notation. Because ideally, we could make these numbers and um, put them out and then do operations with them, but there's a shortcut. So I'm going to give you addition and subtraction right here in this video, and multiplication and division I will do at a small group. So here we go. Um, in order for to work it out, they have to be equal exponents. Okay, so if you notice, we've got in this one example right here, we've got 10 to the second power and then 10 to the third power. Well, those aren't equal exponents, so we're going to have to work a little bit harder with it. Now, if they were equal, we could go ahead and add, subtract, whatever it tells us, but we've got to work a little harder. So I'll tell you this: the larger numbers are the ones that I like to work with on this particular example. They've made it equal by changing the smaller one. I like to work with the larger number. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm going to make this to the second power. Okay, because it moves in it got larger. I'm going to move my decimal, so it would actually be 45.7 instead, and this is 3.4. Now we just add. All right, we get 11, we get 9, drop my decimal, 4. So we get 49.1. Okay, and so the way we write it out scientific notation would be 49.1 times 10 to the second power. Oh, that looks funny though, right? Okay, because scientific notation is whenever we have it in a uh, where it's between 1 and 10. So I've got to move this decimal. So whenever I do that, it then becomes 4.91 times 10 to the third power. Okay, so that's really the biggie right there, is where you've got to make them equal. Okay, so I'm going to scroll on down, and we're going to take a look at some of these examples right here. And we've got right here this first problem. We are going to make our larger number and make our larger number the same as the smaller number. So I like to make the 6 right here into a 5. And if I do that, I've got to move it one space. So then ideally it becomes 53.5 plus, no, I'm adding because of that plus sign, 1.2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. Carry my decimal down, and now we've got 5. Okay, times 10 to the fifth power. But that looks funny because I've got to move my decimal. So now it becomes 5.47 times 10 to the sixth power, because I changed it there. Okay. This next one's still the same regardless. The larger number, don't worry about your sign. I'm going to change it. Okay. I'm going to make this become a 2. And since this one became a 2, I'm going to move it towards a negative direction. So we've got 6.91 minus 0.24. Okay. Or I regroup, this becomes 11. This becomes an 8. 11 minus 4 is 7. 8 minus 2 is 6. Drop my decimal down, and now I've got 6 right here. All right, ding, 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 ding. That already looks like it's in scientific notation. So guess what? I can literally write 6.67 times 10 to the negative second power. Nothing changed. Okay. Now, the same deal with subtraction right here on D. Instead, we are no longer adding, we are simply subtracting. Okay. I'm going to let you guys attempt these last 3 problems on your own.